Hi, hey budgeters, it's me, and I know it has been a long time coming, right? Because y'all haven't seen no videos from me in a long time. I know. I was going through some things, and I just could not get into the rhythm of doing my budgeting, and especially the videos. Y'all probably haven't seen a video from me since like November. And y'all knew I started a new job in November and things were kind of going okay. In between, I'm not going to make it too long because y'all ain't going to listen to no long video, but I'm not going to make it too long. So I started having, a bunch of panic attacks, out of the blue. I don't know. I think my stress levels got high between like, the job, starting a new job, just a lot of stuff was happening. So I end up one day I was trying to go, I was feeling bad. I was like, something don't feel right. You know, your body will send you signs. I said, something just don't feel right. But in the meantime, I was having like this anxiety, this depression felt, but I was fighting through it, guys. And I think the fight to stay alive, as they say, the fight to get up in the morning was about killing me because I was like, this not feeling good. So I was in my kitchen and I was like, I got to go to the emergency room because it felt like, I don't know what a heart attack felt like, but it felt bad, like something was going to happen to me. So I tried to go drive my car and I couldn't. When I tried to open my front door, it was getting worse, what I was feeling. And I said, let me just call the ambulance. But so I called the ambulance and that is not a budget choice, but that's the choice I had to make. Because I didn't have my insurance yet. My insurance didn't start until February, right? So I was like, I'm not going to make it. I was like feeling like I was dying. And really, I was dying in the inside, honestly, but I felt that. And so I was like reaching out for help. So I called, got in the ambulance. And when they came here first, they checked my blood pressure because I was like, maybe once they get here, you know, things will get better. So I called, sorry, y'all, that's somebody trying to call me. So, sorry. So I called the ambulance. They came, they checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was like 240 over 150. It was stroke zone, like in that stroke area, as if I could have had a stroke. And I was even shocked by that because 3 weeks prior, my blood pressure was fine. So I was like, thinking it's my anxiety as well. But so they were like, you're in stroke zone. We can't even leave here. Like, we can't even leave you here. We have to rush you to the hospital. So they rushed me to the hospital. I get there. It's down a little bit, but not much. So, you know, they never gave me anything. But eventually it went down. But in the hospital, I had a panic attack. I freaked out. And I felt like the nurse was looking at me like I was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm freaking out. Then I end up calming myself down. So Tess, just get yourself together. And I was like, get yourself together, take some breaths, and just relax. And then my sister showed up, my sister Holly from my church, and my sister Holly from my church, and Sister Karen showed up. So they showed up, we were together, to get me together, right? So I leave. My blood pressure is still like 180. It was still high when I left there, but they recommended that I see a heart doctor. I've never seen a heart doctor before because I've never had this problem before. But I still was in my mind thinking my anxiety. I still didn't get anything for my anxiety. So the panic attack is still going to cause my blood pressure to go up. So they ran it's some blood work they can take to see if you have a heart attack. That all that came back clear. So they did an x-ray of my heart. She said they thought they seen something in my heart. And she said it's from long-term high blood pressure. I didn't have long-term high blood pressure. So I was like, okay, now a little freaked out a little bit, like, you don't want to mess with the heart. So that happened. So a month go by. Now we're like in December. I started having a panic attacks again. And in the meantime, I go to the appointment to the heart doctor. He sees that I'm anxious when I get there. He's like, you're very anxious. Yes, because now my nerves, I'm all over the place. So of course my blood pressure is high. He puts me on blood pressure medicine. I get it. And I get the blood pressure medicine and I'm like, okay. So I didn't want to be on it. Guys, I'm not really a medicine person. I'm not. I mean, I weaned myself off of Lexapro, which is an antidepressant pill, because I didn't want to take it anymore. I just didn't want to take it anymore. And so now I got to take blood pressure medicine. So I'm like, I don't have high blood pressure. And I ain't claiming it. So I don't have it. I said, but I'll take these pills if it's going to help. I'm taking the pill, but my blood pressure is still high, even with the pills, because my anxiety is all over the place. They wasn't working together. And then, so one night, went back to the emergency room again with my niece, and we still couldn't get no help. But I was like, Brianna, let's go. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep waiting for the blood pressure medicine. And I'm calling other people who's on blood pressure medicine. How long does this take? So then I found it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up out my sleep in a panic. And I was like, this is not going to work. I'm not going to get rest. My blood pressure is going to keep going up, down. I got to get something else. I called the doctor on call. And God is so good, because the doctor, I ain't been to my doctor's like over a year, but they gave me my Lexapro back. I cried on the phone. Was like, I gotta have the anxiety medicine back. That is the trick. That is what's triggering everything. Until I can get those levels back down, I was going to keep having this same issue. So they did my prescription of the medicine. I got it in me, and I felt so much better. Now we're almost in May. And so in that time frame of this stuff going on with me in November, I just could not do videos. I have not even watched anybody's videos on YouTube. I stopped YouTube altogether because I was like in my healing phase. And I felt that the stress would come more watching the videos, me trying to budget, because I ain't did no budgeting, y'all. I just played it by ear, did what I did. I ain't saved a dime. I haven't saved a dime from November to now. Not one dime. Because I could not do all that. It was too much. I missed you guys because I felt like I've been watching a lot of y'all. I would like to support y'all. I know a lot of y'all need the views to get paid, and I don't mind supporting. I just could not watch a video. I have not watched a YouTube video since November. I can't. I try and I can't. It was something with, budgeting and saving money can be stressful sometimes. Sometimes because you're looking at a lot of people with saving this amount of money, you got your low-end budgeters still saving and trying. Hear me can tell people to save $5 a week, and I couldn't even do that, y'all. I did nothing because I could not mix that in my healing process. It was not part of the healing process. It was one of those things where I had to resort back to some other things. I had to just fall back. So I haven't watched any videos. I haven't done any videos. I just could not do the two. I could not heal and do finances together. And I enjoyed my videos. I didn't save a lot of money like some of you guys, but I enjoy what I did save. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy my Uno. I enjoy downloading my freebies. I know y'all probably got a new freebie out there. I know it's some new challenges out there. I know it is. It's got to be by now. I just couldn't. The stress that I was feeling and what I was going would not allow me to do all that. So I started watching. Y'all gonna laugh at me? Y'all gonna laugh. So I went back to been watching The Jeffersons and Sanford and Son. And I've been watching, and I'm back to watching them. I'm like, I got to do something different. I watched a movie here and there. I just started watching some TV, and I'm not a TV person, but I had to focus my mind on something else. I started reading, doing more of my devotion, more of my prayer life, because I needed that. I'm feeling much better. The medicine for Lexapro, you can look it up. Lexapro, that's a generic name. The real name of it, I can't even think what it's called, but Lexapro is what I call it. It takes so much time to work. And it's one of those things where it puts you in a place where you really don't care what's going on around you. I haven't completely got there yet, but I can see that I'm getting there. I just have a lot of work to do, y'all guys, but I'm back. So you've seen this video. I've been trying to make this video for like the last month. No, I haven't done a savings video, but guess what, guys? I got ones from the bank that I've been carrying around $5 bills been carrying around. I just been carrying it around. But I just have not done the video yet. I'm going to come back slowly. I don't want to overdo it. I'm telling you, the mind is I don't know how to explain it because I am not a doctor or a therapist, but the mind is something about the mind. I don't want to trigger anything else because now I'm still for me, I'm still in my healing process for everything that's been going on. I've been going to work. I've been having some issues on the job. So it is hard. I still have this emotional thing. I'm crying at everything. I shouldn't be in this phase of crying, but I know it's hormones and all that, but it's just been a lot. And I am trying to get back in the mood. And it's been a lot because even with some of my digital, I'm a moderator in some Facebook groups that I haven't been doing my job in there. I fell back on TikTok and I fell back. It was just way too much social media for me, which I do enjoy because I consider myself a content creator. It was way too much. I could not have done all that in the middle of me healing. I couldn't do it. Budgeting can be stressful. Saving can be stressful. Trying to pay, it's just stressful. And I did not want to mix the two. And sometimes you get these, you watch a video and they saving all this money and you're like, wow, well, one day I'm gonna get there. Not being jealous or anything, but it's a lot to put inside the brain. And I did not want to put it on overload again. I think it was on, it just couldn't take no more. And it probably was trying to figure out what is going on. So I had to fall back. I had to pick something else. All right, that's too much of that. Let me fall back from that and give that a break, and you're going to be okay. I'm back. Just told another lady, my admin from the other group, because she wanted to know where I was at too, and she noticed, I said, I'm back. I'm back because I had to. You can't, when you're in a healing process, it's one thing or the other. It's either going to work on your healing or you're going to be involved in all this stuff. Sometimes you cannot mix the two. I went through a healing process that social media could not help me do that. As much as people did leave me messages, I thank you for the messages that they left on. I even got some new subscribers. Thank you, new subscribers, for the messages, because people was wondering where I was at. I didn't fool around with my coffee shop. I didn't put up nothing new. I could not. It was like, I don't know. I just couldn't. And even with my Facebook page and my TikTok family, I just couldn't. And they're like, we'll wait for you when you get back. I just couldn't do anything. Nothing social media would work while I was healing. And I needed to take that time for me. So in the process of this healing, I had so much other things. Okay, so in March, I didn't have much in January, February, besides trying to get the Lexapro to work, hurry up and work, and get me to stop having these panic attacks. That was my focus. So on March 17th, I got a call that my dad collapsed. Good over there. So I was like, okay, get where? First they was like, go to where he collapsed at, but then I got a call back, go to the hospital. And then they said somebody ran him over. And I said, oh Lord, what is going on? Then I kept saying, Dad, not today, because it was the 17th of March. My birthday's the 19th. I said, not today, Dad. Not today. Gets to the hospital and he's not in good condition. And I'm like, and he had like 2 more heart attacks before they got him to the hospital. So by this time he's on a ventilator. He's not breathing on his own. He's going through stuff. The car that ran over him, because when he collapsed, the guy was unloading his car, did not see my dad under his car and ran over. Yes, that's what we got from the police report and the video. The video was very hard to watch. I watched it one time. My sister and my niece watched it over and over again. They trying to get every detail. I didn't need every detail. It was a bit to watch. And so we're at the hospital and we're like, this ain't looking good. He done had 2 heart attacks. 3 really, by the time it wasn't looking good. So, and then me and my sister had to make a decision for my dad. And that's a hard thing to do, to make a decision for someone you don't know what they want. My dad never told us, not to do this. So we wanted to know why he even why did he have the heart attack? Like, what caused all this? And So we had an option to get this procedure done. And so we got the procedure done. We're like, you know what? Do the procedure because we'll know what is going on. But here my dad was a walking time bomb. And he had 99% blockage on the left, 99 on the right of his heart, and 100% on the middle of his heart. He had no blood flowing. So it's like he had another heart attack after the procedure, and that one is what took him out of here. And in the meantime, he got broken ribs, he got punctured lungs and other stuff. And it's such an emotional day. I was just like, this is unbelievable. Like, what just happened? You know? So then my birthday came. I was already off work that Thursday and Friday and Monday for my birthday. There was no way for me to celebrate my birthday. I tried. I went. I had already had a massage schedule, so I went and did that. My niece had got me a gift card at Christmas, so I went and did that. Me, my sister, and my niece went to eat lunch on my birthday because I was going by myself, but then they was like, let's just go together. It was hard because I'm like, I gotta plan a funeral, or memorial service. I was like, and so my aunt, I'm the oldest daughter. My dad only has 2 kids, so I'm the oldest. And so my aunt was like, my dad's sister was like, we're going to have everybody drop food off at your house. You know how we do that, receiving, which is done differently. Every culture don't do that, but the receiving part. So I was like, first I was kind of like, nah, because you know what? You don't get to grieve. Instead, you is sitting in your house entertaining other people. They laughing, talking, eating it. And you sitting there and you're thinking, okay, we're going to try to get through this. So every day from my dad passing away on a Tuesday into that Monday, people came to my house every day. And then we knew we were going to have him cremated. I met with the funeral director, but my dad's body was under investigation because of what had happened and stuff like that. So it was like, and then my aunt, and first I was going to my aunt, can we skip my birthday? Like, I kind of felt like, you mean people going to come to my house on my birthday? So we went to dinner, and my aunt was like, where are y'all? And I'm like, I said, we're coming. We're on our way back. Because the people would come to my house from like 5 to 8 is the time frame my aunt had. And I just was like, can we skip Thursday and maybe they can come Friday? Or can we give the one day? Because I really had no birthday. I was like, I don't get no birthday. And what I did was, I usually post, because your birthday, you ready to post. It's my birthday, I'm 53. I couldn't even post anything on Facebook because I didn't feel like, because I had so many people flooding my Facebook page, flooding my cell phone, calling, texting about condolence for my dad. The birthdays wouldn't even have fit in. I mean, I did get some happy birthdays because people who know my birthday, but they were all consumed by condolences. So I was like, okay, well, Lord, thank you for another year. Thank you for allowing me to see 53. And I feel like every year since 50 has been something. 51, I didn't have a job. A couple days before my birthday. 52, the same thing. Then 53, my dad passes away. I'm saying, all right, if I had to write a book, this is the way the chapter would go. I could not. And it was like, I just can't believe this. But we finally had my dad's memorial service, which turned out really nice after you had to deal with family. Because family family forgets. My father had 2 kids, me and my sister. Only 2 kids he had. He was married to my mother. They divorced when I was young. And we're all he got. So we make the final decisions. People don't understand that. You don't have a decision. You can make a suggestion. And we can either go with it or we don't. But that's it. That's how that goes. And I got family members all up, just far back. It was about a balloon release. Had the balloon release. I don't care who has a balloon release. I don't do balloon releases. But you want to do a balloon release? You can have 4 or 5 of them. You won't need my permission for that. Do y'all. Then it was, we only told certain people. No. Everybody knew about the service. If you contacted me, you definitely knew because I had to tell you. But there was always something about somebody ain't. Look, I put it on Facebook, so now everybody knows, and people talk to people. Because if all the strangers that I didn't know that came to my house, then y'all didn't, then some cousins didn't come here, so if you didn't come here and talk to me, you might not have known. But my dad ended up having way over 200 people there, so people knew. I don't know how they did. They knew. So, yeah, it's family. Had to remember, when a person has children, the children make the decisions, but they may ask for your opinion. That's all you can do. Y'all, and then I felt like the memorial service, I go to church. Me and my sister go to the same church. We were raised in the church. So the service for my dad is going to be, if you want to call it churchy, sorry. I'm not going to compromise or change what I believe or what I want done for my father. Y'all want a party? You're more than welcome to have the party anytime you want. I don't have no problem with that. But what I'm going to do in the service I'm going to give my father is what I would do for anybody else who's my relative, because I attend church. And I had some family members that kind of was looking for something else because we had his memorial service and his repast all in the same hall that would fit all these people. It really I'm going to do some praying and we're going to do some singing. Yeah, we are, because that is what me and my sister do. Now, when it's over, y'all can go party wherever you want. I may not go. My sister may not go. Not saying we don't party, but I'm going to but my dad had known that already. These girls going to give me a church program. He knew that. He knew that. That's what we go to church. I just wanted to get out there and say that. That's what we do. So I did what I felt that my heart, that what I wanted to do for my father. That's it. Y'all want a party? You don't need my permission to have a party. You don't need my permission to have another repast if y'all want to do that. You don't need my permission to have anything you want to do for my dad. You can do that. But I get to pick what we're going to do for this memorial service. I go to church, and that's what we're going to do. So, I mean, if so those who didn't really want to participate in the memorial service, kind of walked out, kind of was talking, was outside of the building. It's fine. But because my dad knew what he was going to get if he went before. He already knew that. I know my girl, he knew that already. He was a dancing machine and he wanted to party. But he knew my girls were going to send me off. He knew that. What else? I was raised in the church, and that's it. That's that. We're at 23 minutes, and I'm going to hang up soon. So that is what I've been going through. So now I'm dealing with the loss of that. Then I had to deal with the loss of my cousin's stepmom, which Auntie Jackie, who I've dealt with for over 30 years, their stepmom. And then I had a cousin Gary die, all in the same, one after another. So you talk about going through it. Thank you for the Lexapro that's able to allow me to go through all that. Because without that Lexapro, I think the panic attacks would have went on, and I'd have been no good. So I do know that Lexapro said, I'll get your levels down, get you right, so you can get through all this. Because I had to go through a lot. And that was a lot. From a funeral, from my dad's memorial service to a funeral to another memorial service was a lot. But thankful for my happy pills, I was able to get through all that. Now, the grieving of my dad, I keep having these thoughts, and that's going to be a while, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, and we're going to get through this, because it's tough. It's a loss, so it's tough. So much. But guys, I'm back, and this video definitely is overdue. I want to apologize that I went missing. For those who've been following me and been wondering, where is this girl? I had to go through a healing process that I couldn't mix the two. I just wasn't strong enough to be able to handle that. I probably been on there crying every time I'm trying to do a video. Y'all don't want to hear nobody crying doing no video. Nah, I mean, no, I would have been a mess. I wouldn't have been able to do it because mentally I was not there. I was going somewhere else. But I feel like I'm back. I feel like I can sit at the table. I feel like I can do y'all know the first one's going to be my Uno because that was my love. And I got some saving to do, some serious saving to do because I got 3 graduations next year. I'm in a wedding next year. I got a family vacation at the end of the year. I got to get going. And when I tell y'all I ain't saved a dime, not a dime. I couldn't. It did not go with the healing process. I'm gonna leave it like that. It didn't go with it wasn't part of the healing process. The healing process was to back it up, and go do something else and focus on something else. And that's what I had to do. Yeah, I had to. Now, that may not sound right to some people, especially to these budgeters family, but I could not do both. It wasn't gonna let me do it. So I'll be back to watching your videos. And I miss watching you guys. I do. The ones that I, play all the time, I always support. Y'all know I do. So I ain't got no watch hours. They all disappeared. I don't really care about that anymore. I can't focus on watch hours. That might have been part of the stress. Worrying about watch hours. I do not have to be monetized on YouTube. I'm okay. Because it's a struggle trying to keep content on Facebook where I am monetized. And so the little $9 and $10 I get from there, that's work. TikTok, that's work. So it's okay. I don't have to have the watch hours. I don't have to get monetized. And I think the focus sometimes is too much on that when it ain't about that. When I started my video for the new people, it was because I want to retire at 62 and have some money in a savings. Now I'm a year behind, probably 2 years behind now at this point. But the focus ain't really being monetized. It would be nice. But I cannot worry about watch hours. But I'll help you get your watch hours. I don't have a problem with that because I'm not a selfish person. I'm going to do what I need to do. But I cannot and I will not worry about watch hours, worry about subscribers, worry about anything that's not going to help me right now. Not going to be able to do it. Mentally, I can't do that. I'm already mad that I'm back on the Lexapro that I've been off of for like 2.5 years. I'm already mad that I have to go back through this process again. And so, no, I'm not worrying about no watch hours. Don't even worry about watch hours. So for those who are out there, you can't. Just keep budgeting and keep saving. And like I said, if you got to start with $5, because y'all, I'm probably going to be $5. It might be 10. I might be able to do 10. Maybe doing 15. But I ain't doing much more than that. It's going to be slow. It's going to be real slow. But it's my process. That's how I have to do it. Because, honey, the mind, we playing tricks on it. You can't put all this stuff up in there. It can't process all this stuff. You trying to do stuff, but I got some good news. I think I got some good news real soon. So y'all going to hear that news. But right now, I'm not worrying about watch hours, y'all. Don't worry about that with me. So I'm cool. But I will definitely help whoever needs watch hours. I will watch your videos. I have done it. I don't care. I'm a supporter. I'm a giver more so than a taker. So I don't have a problem giving my time to watch your videos. So I'll be back, y'all. I'm going to be slow, though. It may be slow, video here, video there, because until I can get back into the rhythm and even figure out how to do this video thing, because I can't even remember where I edit videos at. So this video might not be edited. I might just put it on YouTube. Because honestly, I forgot. But so the first video y'all see probably my Uno because that was my favorite one to do. And I don't even know where all my stuff is, y'all. My binders and everything. I done put so much, I done hit it, put it up. Now I gotta go back and pull this stuff back out. When I tell y'all I shut it down, I had shut it all the way down. There's no binders anywhere in my space. I shut it all the way down. Because I needed to heal and go through what healing process I needed to do to get better. And I need to get off these high blood pressure medicine because that ain't me. I don't want it. My doctor said, let's try a little longer. We gonna do a little longer, another month or two. I'm getting off because I don't have high blood pressure. I have anxiety, which will cause my blood pressure to rise. So I have to keep those levels together. That means the stress levels as well. And my eating habits as well. And guys, I'm in the gym too, y'all. 3 days a week. But I only be going 2. I'm supposed to go 3. I only go 2. So don't tell nobody. I just been going 2 because I usually skip one day. I usually, I do Zumba on Tuesday. I'm faithful to Zumba on Tuesday. But honey, when it comes to Wednesday and Thursday, it's one or the other. Don't tell nobody. I'm going to get to 3 days. One day, we're going to get to 3 days. And I ain't even going to tell y'all. I only spend about 30 minutes at the gym. You can laugh if you want. 30 minutes is all I'm going to give the gym for right now. One day I'm going to be at 45. And then one day I'm going to be at an hour. But right now we're going to do 30, 10 on the treadmill, 10 on the elliptical, 10 on the bike. That's what I'm doing. But look, small steps. Yep, small steps. That's what I'm doing. So that was 30 minutes in, y'all. I got to let y'all go. But I feel good. I feel great. And I want to thank you guys for all the prayers. I want to thank for all the messages that I did receive. But your girl be coming back. Budget to blessings. She's coming back.